Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to stay in the mid-Michigan area. As a matter of fact, Suzanne Greenberg, who is the CEO of and executive director of the Children's Trust Michigan. And Suzanne, welcome to the show again. A little bit of rebranding a ways back. Used to go by a different name. Let's start out by letting everybody know what you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here. This is such a great way to let people know about Children Trust Michigan, which used to be Children's Trust Fund. It's a statement, Children Trust Michigan. That's what we wanted. We want that to be the case. And so we've been doing this work since 1982, and it was brought about by Senator Stabenow and then Senator Curtis Hertel Sr. And its focus is just only forever on solely dedicating to prevention of child abuse and neglect. That's all we do.
Yeah, both those are good friends. And I remember when you came into existence, and it was noble work by both, really was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. I imagine you're putting a few miles on your car. How has Children Trust Michigan been raising awareness, and what are the messages?
Well, the most important thing is for folks when they're listening is to understand that prevention is possible. And the only way we can really get it done is to do it in partnership. So when we're thinking about the businesses, immediately everyone thinks of corporate sponsorships for events. But there's so many ways that folks can get engaged. And our message is just that our prevention is possible, but how? And so when we talk to businesses and talk about corporate sponsorship, the next question is always, how can I get my people involved? What can they do? Because many of them would like to be more involved, whether it's board membership or sharing your expertise. So many people understand and know accounting really well. Understand things that about running a business, where running a nonprofit is running a business. It's just a different type of business is all. And the truth is that we need everyone. Everyone has a role to play. And so that Child Abuse Prevention Month is about getting folks engaged, aware, which is a key component of preventing child abuse, and then getting them engaged in a way that makes sense for them. For some people, Chuck, it might just be Chris, I'm sorry, I flipped over at my hand. Might just be people that decide I'm going to write a check because I can't really get any closer to it for lots of reasons. Whereas other people might say, I don't have a lot of money to give, but I've got time and I want to volunteer. And so it really is someplace that I say, truly, there's a role for everyone.
It's kind of interesting because as we talk to business audiences, research consistently shows that there is an ROI with this, with investing in children's well-being. Tell us a little bit about that aspect.
It's really interesting because, again, when people think about businesses and support, we think about nonprofits, often think about sponsorships and what they can do. But the return is much more of an altruistic look at your community, because when we build a strong family and a strong home for them and a safe place, same in the community, businesses benefit. And not only do they benefit in a big picture way, but their employees are coming to work better. And not just, we're hoping you're hired skilled engineers and all those things, but we're bringing people that are feeling whole, feeling supported, feeling valued. That's what the community can do. And that is the return on investment when a parent feels like they are supported in their work, as well as what they're doing in their family life.
You're absolutely right. And we're going to pay for those people if they fail in a whole different fashion. So we're better spending this up front. So next month, you have another big event coming up, the Pam posthumous signature auction. Tell us about that. And you don't have to tell me because I've been there for most of them.
Yeah. Oh, that is always so great to hear. I didn't get in this work until mid-90s, but when I found it, I thought, these are my peeps. Having folks gather together, raise dollars, and share raising awareness. That's what's happening on May 19th, which is Tuesday. And we've brought it from the Breslin Center over to the Doubletree Hilton down here in downtown Lansing. And so it's really exciting. The venue change, but it's going to be much more intimate. So the truth is we want people to get online and get those tickets. And there's also a silent auction if you can't make it, but if you're present, you'll be participating in a lot of exciting parts of the event.
So each year the auction features a rather unique mission moment. What is that?
So Mission Moment is a place where we can raise dollars quickly, in less than 3 minutes or so. We try to raise money for a very specific item. So a couple of years ago, it was diapers. It's been sleep sacks to prevent babies that are harmed in their sleep. And then finally, it is this year, we're going to look at something called Period of Purple Crying, which is helping parents really understand babies cry. And that's how they communicate. And here's what you can do to keep yourself safe and healthy and keep the baby safe and healthy. And it's a program that is so low cost, but has such dramatic impact for the family and the child. And we'll be raising money so that we can have more of our counties statewide. We serve all 83 counties. So we want all of them to do this type of programming.
So we have been involved over the years. Tell me how people get involved and how they get involved. And we've got about 30 seconds left.
So bottom line is you can always volunteer locally. You can donate locally. I highly recommend and ask that you consider what expertise you have, what resources you may have that are going to improve the lives of families and children.
Suzanne Greenberg, she's the CEO, Executive Director of Children Trust Michigan. Thanks for being with us. And you all have been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network.